Genetically modified mosquitoes, GM mosquitoes, are being released in Florida as a method of mosquito control. The project is being carried out by Oxitec, a British biotech company, and involves the release of GM mosquitoes in 6 locations in the Florida Keys. The project has raised concerns among some residents and environmental groups who worry about the safety and effectiveness of the method. What are GM mosquitoes? GM mosquitoes are mass-produced in a laboratory and are designed to carry 2 types of genes: a self-limiting gene that prevents female mosquito offspring from surviving to adulthood, and a fluorescent marker gene that allows researchers to identify GM mosquitoes in the wild. 1. The self-limiting gene is passed on to the offspring of the GM mosquitoes, which leads to a decrease in the overall mosquito population. The fluorescent marker gene is used to track the GM mosquitoes in the wild and measure the success of the project. Why release GM mosquitoes? Mosquitoes are responsible for the transmission of diseases such as dengue fever, chikungunya, and Zika virus. Traditional methods of mosquito control, such as insecticides, have been used for decades, but they can have negative impacts on the environment and can lead to the development of insecticide-resistant mosquitoes. GM mosquitoes are seen as a more environmentally friendly and targeted approach to mosquito control, as they only target the Aedes aegypti mosquito species that is responsible for the transmission of the above-mentioned diseases. 2. The Florida Project. Oxitec's Florida project involves the release of 12,000 GM mosquitoes per week for 12 weeks, totaling 144,000 mosquitoes. 3. The company has permission to release up to 750 million mosquitoes, but does not plan to release anywhere near that amount. The project has been approved by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, and the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. Concerns and criticism. The project has raised concerns among some residents and environmental groups who worry about the safety and effectiveness of the method. Some worry that the GM mosquitoes could have unintended consequences on the environment or human health. Others argue that there has not been enough research on the safety and efficacy of the method and that more traditional methods of mosquito control should be used instead. 2. Proponents of the project argue that GM mosquitoes are a safe and effective method of mosquito control. They point to successful trials of GM mosquitoes in other parts of the world, such as Brazil and the Cayman Islands. They also argue that the method is more environmentally friendly than traditional methods of mosquito control, as it does not involve the widespread use of insecticides. 2. Conclusion. The release of GM mosquitoes in Florida is a controversial topic that has raised concerns among some residents and environmental groups. While proponents argue that GM mosquitoes are a safe and effective method of mosquito control, critics argue that there has not been enough research on the safety and efficacy of the method. Ultimately, the success of the Florida project will be determined by its ability to control the mosquito population and prevent the spread of disease, while minimizing any negative impacts on the environment. 1. GM mosquitoes are mass-produced in a laboratory to carry 2 types of genes: a self-limiting gene that prevents female mosquito offspring from surviving to adulthood, a fluorescent marker gene that glows under a special red light. This allows researchers to identify GM mosquitoes in the wild. GM mosquitoes produced in the laboratory lay eggs. URL: https://www.cdc.gov/mosquitoes/mosquito control/community/emerging methods/genetically modified mosquitoes.html. 2. One of 5 the modified pests will be placed in 6 locations in the Florida Keys, with some 12,000 expected to emerge each week for the next 12 weeks. British biotech company Oxitec hopes to. URL: https://nipos.com/2021/04/27/ genetically modified mosquitoes being released in Florida. 3. Oxitec will release 12,000 mosquitoes per week for 12 weeks, totaling 144,000. The biotech company has permission to release 750 million mosquitoes, but does not plan to get close to that amount. URL: https://thehil.com/changingAmerica/sustainability/environment/549009750 million of the first genetically modified/current date, March 6, 2023. Thanks for watching.